everyone, this is David with davidspassage.com, and today doing another day hike with the wife. We're at the Florissant fossil beds in Florissant, or Florissant, I don't know how to pronounce it, Colorado. This is sort of a part of the National Park Service, off the beaten path. You can kind of see in the background there, maybe that's the back end of Pikes Peak from Colorado Springs. And we actually drove probably about an hour around from Colorado Springs here to Florissant. And this is more of a lower valley area with some hiking trails and that sort of thing, not a whole lot of mountain climbing. We did stop by the visitor center, and what's neat about this place is there's all kinds of fossils and petrified redwoods and things like that we get to explore, and just kind of a lower lying area with a little bit more nature and animals. Yeah, took us a while to get here, but we'll see if it's worth it. We're gonna hike around and see what all we can see and take you along for the ride today, so stick around. Just behind the visitor center, here's a petrified redwood. I guess there's several of these throughout the area. Apparently these big redwoods are pretty prevalent in this area at one point, and now there's some that are petrified, so they turn it into a national park. It's fossil redwood, Sequoia finis stump. It's pretty huge. More of these petrified redwoods right around the visitor center. So you pay $3 to get in the park, and they give you this little neat, nifty map, and it says Florissant fossil beds, hiking trails. Okay, and we started at the visitor center. Right now we're going to hit the Petrified Forest Loop. There's our trail marker, and there's our trail. Yeah, he's kind of look cute there.
Funny bark.
It's pine knots, and a lot of times you find these fallen.
Oh.
Like say in that piece of wood right there. Yeah, you can find some pine knots in there, and
like that one.
The resin, yeah, the resin builds up right around there, and they're great for fires. Some of the resin in there.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. Start kind of seeping out a little bit now.
It's just a
beautiful
funny tree.
bark, huh?
I don't understand why it looks
Isn't it a beautiful
like that.
tree?
Yeah. Ours don't look like that.
What's a different kind? Pine tree. Some more petrified trees in this little nature hike. There's a little petrified stump. So only $3 to get into the park, and they got all kinds of these trails. As you've seen some of these petrified redwoods that are sort of littered throughout the park. One thing that's kind of disappointing to me, just in being in some of these parks is just a limitation, you know, they kind of put on you in terms of how you're able to enjoy the park. They got all these nice paved trails and stuff. These aren't paved, they're just gravel, but they're real particular about you leaving the trail. And you know, I kind of understand why. You know, people have a tendency to abuse, you know, abuse what God's created for us to enjoy, and so I understand why they have to do that. Doesn't mean I like it though. So, but it is fun. It's a beautiful day, and for $3, it's real beautiful to get in and walk around. We're gonna go and take, after this trail, we're gonna go and take the Boulder Loop Trail. Is that what it's called?
Boulder something.
Some kind of boulder trail. Check out some rock formations, that sort of thing. This Petrified tree loop, or whatever they call it. It's only a mile loop, so not a big deal. It's pretty level. It's actually be a pretty good place to bring the family. Real easy walking for the kids, and all of the loops sort of loop back to the service center, and you know, they're a mile, quarter mile, third mile, you know, loops, and so get back to the service center and let the kids go to the bathroom, I guess.
Are you here with the school or no?
All kinds of fossils that were found here. Alright, next up we're going to head up the Boulder Creek Trail, where they had some pretty neat rock formations. Just snacking on some beef jerky here. Pretty good trail snack. Not too mushy out though. But we stumbled across this. And that is way bigger than deer scat. I'm 80 to 90% sure that is elk scat. I don't know anything else in this area that would make scat that big, that deer-esque. It's been all over the place. It'd be fun to kind of get out here in the wee early hours of the day and see if we can see any elk. My wife's been really amazing. She's not an outdoor nut like I am. Yesterday we walked 5 or 6 miles of trails between Garden of the Gods and Red Rock Canyon, and we're fixing to do at least the same today. And it's not a lot for some people, but for like us, it can be a lot. I think the most I've ever done is probably 12 miles with a pack on. So it's a really good walk. So we've been walking all this way, seeing all of these droppings. But on this red sort of trail, there hasn't been a whole lot of evidence. So there's the first set. Let's see here. Sort of following that up. There's another set right there. There's a Boulder Creek. Yeah. There's the creek. Coming out of the boulders. It's 1.6 miles back to the visitor center. Here we go. Lots of birch. Haven't seen a whole lot of birch trees until we got around this area. One thing we're both noticing is just the change in how we're able to hike around up here because of the elevation difference from where we're at. I mean, you know, when you grow up at 1,000 feet elevation and you're hiking around now on what, 6,000 or 8,000 feet, something like that, elevation here at this particular national park. Especially when you go uphill, you really notice it. And even though this loop that we're doing here is how long did you say? Yeah, we're doing a 2.3 or 4 mile loop, and we did a mile earlier. It's a little bit harder than yesterday's. We could definitely tell. Garden of the Gods was much lower in elevation, I think, and so that was a lot easier to hike around. But up here, we're definitely feeling it. Definitely getting our money's worth for the exercise.